loving family. You can't be thinking like that. Anton, you gotta tone that down.
Salvation is a selfish act. It is doing what you gotta do to get into heaven. That is it. It's an individual activity. This is not a group. This is not a group activity, big dog.
Can't take everybody with you.
I respect it.
He has a responsibility. We all have a responsibility to our family, but at the end of the day, he's got to be responsible to God. He's got to answer to God.
That's correct.
All of us.
That is 100% correct.
If you don't try to fix the problem, you soon will become a victim of it. That's why
I don't. No,
how do you fix that?
Problem that How do you fix that? Wait a minute, shit. You went on CNN or Fox as a commentator once, and I remember you telling.
I went on 4 times, but we'll get there.
Oh, I'm sorry. The one time I saw you were saying.
I just want to make sure that we got my accolades right.
Your biggest fear was a knucklehead breaking into your car, and I'm like, well, that's a reasonable fear, but it's like we have to do what we can do to save our youth, and y'all are looking at it like we don't want to do these bitches no favor. Well, then do the damn kids a favor because they didn't ask to be here.
Oh, I don't.
You
know what? That's what women always do. They always want to use the kids as emotional manipulation to get a man to do something.
Who's manipulating?
You.
No, I'm
you
not.
It's always men got to step up. I haven't heard no women say anything yet because the problem is with the women.
We do. So should we defund Big Brother?
Yeah,
I'm just saying we need to get. Let's get to the root of the issue. Let's really get to the root of the problem.
We should defund.
When has Big Brother ever been on the news doing a whole bunch of a whole bunch of benefit to the community?
Big sister, little sister.
I ain't never heard of them becoming a big, huge benefit to society.
Defund gay brother, sassy brother, all of them.
I might be old fashioned, but if I see a lady, young lady, whatever, and I'm attracted to her and I talk to her and she says she got a couple of kids, I'll be like a little like, oh really? Like, but if I love her from, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna love the kids too. I'm gonna take Nah, man, come on.
You can't love a woman off the rip without kids. Like that's a turn
on. Bro. You know, you gotta see, example, you gotta be like Snoop. You gotta kick that little nigga Ford over. Bro.
Nah, I think y'all could just leave women where they at. Just leave them where they at. Yes,
one mic, y'all. One mic.
Is that really what you're doing? Or you aligning yourself with what men say?
I think women should be left to be the independent women that they said they wanted to be.
No, fuck you hoes. We're not talking about them.
Independence also
is the reason why we got this problem with the kids.
They're the problem. So who are we talking about? I
think
men
should
focus on them. It's always going to be a woman somewhere. Women, it's a lot of women in this world. Men should focus on themselves and take care of the women that want to be taken care of. The masculine one over there that want to work all day, let her work all day. Like don't worry about them. Don't worry about the nose ring. Let's not worry about the cat ladies. Leave them with their cats. Leave them with their problems. Leave them with their working job. Leave them there. Leave them over there.
Okay,
and
so
take care of the women that want to be taken care of. Like
there you go. Like, so the women who do want to be taken care of, the women who are in position,
the women that want to fall in line, the women that want to follow a program, the women that want to listen and want to actually be judicious.
One mic, y'all. One mic.
Should work with the women who want to fix the problem. Don't work with the women who are
what she's saying is that.
And you guys notice when it comes to this issue of single parents, it's always the men being told to be stepfathers. You guys have noticed it's always a real man will step up, right? A real man will take care of another man's kids. We never hear the other side of the story of what a real woman would do. We never hear about women telling other women to play stepmothers. Oh no, we never hear about that side, right? It's always this man should come in and take care of another man's kids. This man should be kind enough. Oh, this man should take care of another man's kids because that's the right thing to do. How come we never hear women telling other women to try to be stepmothers to men who are single fathers? Right? We never hear that side of the story. You guys have noticed that? Double standards.
The problem.
clarity.
That's just what that is.
Dalen.
You missing it
You
though.
don't
You missing it
understand
though.
I'm not missing it. You
What
know
you don't understand is Aaliyah
She doesn't get it.
Aaliyah has gone to the school of wifery, hosted by Anton Daniels. Aaliyah has gone to the school of wifery, hosted by Anton Daniels. So
did she get a diploma?
The women she's referring to
absolutely
are already in relationships.
She's on her way to being valedictorian.
Oh my
They
God!
already in relationships.
All I'm saying is that
you gotta give it an award in person.
Yeah,
all I'm saying is that women
in graduation.
I got a trophy for you.
The ones that want to be taken care of, the ones that want to be taken care of, they're in relationships. They're with that man.
Yeah.
And that's
what are you saying? All right.
It is impossible.
Really
If a woman right now today, hold on, let me make this point. Hold on, Ali. Let me make this point. Let me make this point real quick.
Wait, but I don't even know what she's saying though. Like,
hold on,
I
real
really
quick.
don't even know.
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. What
I know, that's why I was trying to stop so you can.
No, let her finish.
Let
her finish. Dalen.
She's going to go.
I think asking me a question or what you trying to tell me?
Dalen, you got to let her finish.
Mike is about to say something.
Oh, who am I letting?
No, Aaliyah has the floor.
Okay.
Oh no, I was just saying because I really don't understand what Dalen was saying anyways, like because
No, Dalen wants men to be stepfathers because the kids didn't ask to be here. Guess what? Those kids' mamas decided to get them cheeks clapped and they're not married and bring those kids into this life. So why is she using the kids? Oh, but it's not the kids' fault. Okay, whose fault is that? The baby mamas. So let them fix it. Don't ask other men, especially the men who don't have kids, to come and clean up. No.
I wanted to give her the chance to actually explain what she is trying to say because I don't know what she's trying to say.
I think that we focus too much on looking at the women who are contributing to not making sure that their sons, let's just say their sons specifically, are not molded into productive members of society. But I do also think that there are mothers that always put their best foot forward. We have widows out here. We have mothers who have husbands who are pilots, who are surgeons, who work overseas on the road, and they just don't always have that support in the household. I think that those young boys also can be subjugated to fall into the wrong tracks, and we can focus on helping those households because we can say, you know what, we see that the mother is putting in the work. We can build organizations like Big Brother. We can focus on making sure we can do what we can do as a society and as contributing members of our communities to make sure that our children are going to be productive members of society. Instead of looking at it through the lens of, I don't want to help a bitch out. I don't want to help these independent women out. Well, what about the women that don't have these stupid ass ideologies and being dismissive towards the men?
How are we supposed to differentiate between the independent women and the women who actually need help? Because they're all friends. It's not like it's only a group of women who are traditional, who respect men, who are submissive, who are nice to men. They usually have friends who are independent and they're usually all together. How are men supposed to pick and choose? Oh, yeah, she's feminine. Oh, she's submissive. Oh, no, she's independent. Oh, no, they all have jobs. And most times they claim that they all don't need a man. It's very hard to find just a small group of women who believe in traditional gender roles. They're all mixed together. How are men supposed to pick and choose and be like, oh, yeah, that one over there, yeah, she'll work? How are we supposed to see that?
Be in relationships.
Really quick.
Hard to tell.
Those women would be with
Mike,
a
let
man.
Leah model.
I want to hear what Titus has to say. But go ahead, Leah.
No, I was just saying because those women are not asking for help. You know, the ones that you were listing, the good women, you like, let's take the attention off the problem and focus on the problem. We have to talk. We have to talk about it. Like, we can't keep trying to switch the topic and switch where the focus has to be on where the root of the problem is. These single mother households, no fathers. That's where the problem is. So we have to focus there. You cannot that's like if your neighbor's house is on fire and your house is on fire, are you gonna go use the water to help your neighbor, or are you gonna stop your house from burning? We have to focus here. The problem is the
I
single
don't think
mothers.
what metric of measure are you using to say that the problem is in the single mother's household? Why do we say, well,
So we all know, wait. So we're not going to be disingenuous here. We all know, that single father households, the results of single father households are tremendously better than single mother households. We all know that. If that's true, then that means, what does that mean?
The absence of the father is detrimental to the community.
Now, why is it now we all know that women like to push the father. We know how women are. Let's not be naive to the nature of a woman. A woman's born, she likes to push the daddy out. She likes to use the kids as leverage. You know that. So if women like to push the men out, like we have to get to the root of the problem. The men are not in the home. I understand you want to like blame men, but women have to take some sort of accountability at some point.
Oh my God, Deline, just shut up for 1 second. Let Aliyah cook. Oh my goodness.
At some point, women have to take some accountability. So I just
that's pertinent to them. What you're doing is making sure that you're aligning your talking points with the men.
It's not a talking point.
She's
like that's the buzzwords y'all like to use.
She spoke specifically to the point that you made.
Like what I'm saying.
She spoke specifically to the point that you made. You use women that are surgeons and all of this other type of stuff.
Single women.
And they had whatever, and that had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Yes, it does. The whole point is that people. Well, if we want to talk about absent fathers, we say that they're absent.
That's not. Wait.
We talk about
we getting away from it.
Doesn't make any sense. We can.
We getting away from it.
That do that.
Women are tired. Should we give a fuck?
No, because they said they wanted to be independent. You know, they're making money. They have businesses. They own hair salons. They sell lashes. They sell clothes. They got big businesses. They're driving Rolls Royces. You know, they own big buildings. They have rental properties. You know, those are the things they usually lease, right? You know, they go on vacations every 2 to 3 business days. They're on trips. You know, they're making money, so they don't need men. So if they're tired, that's on them. That was their choice. They said we're not living in 1950, so we should not expect them to be traditional. So, which means everything a man can do, they can do. So men shouldn't care if they're tired of working and paying bills. They got it. They're independent. Who am I to disrespect women who say they're independent and they can do everything a man can do? That would be dumb.
Hell no.
Wait, but what does Martin Luther King say, Kendrick? Don't he look like Martin Luther King?
You picking on Kendrick? Really stupid.
Why we're not gonna be
If I had a dream, tell say that. Kendrick, please say it.
I don't think that men should care because the problem has grown. Men shouldn't care. Men should focus on the women that want to be taken care of. They shouldn't focus on the women that tired themselves
Hold on, Shampoo. I get it, Alita. I am very disappointed as well at the amount of women in abundance that have been a contributing factor to the issue that we have now. I'm not negating that. But what I am telling you is that or any metric of measure to say that the reason these households are absentee fathers are because
I had a dream.
Food stamps over these men, or choosing welfare checks over these men, or because they want to be independent. We're going to talk about fatherless households. Let's also address the fathers. Is it real baby mama drama or your own selfishness that won't allow you to be present? That is also what I'm talking about. So I get what you're saying. We don't need to care about the women and saving them. We need to save the children. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saving
the children are the
like I said, men shouldn't care. Men should direct their energy to the women that deserve it. And the women,
if the woman is destroying the family household by divesting herself from the man, then unfortunately, she made a bunch of decisions, and those children are going to suffer, unfortunately. But
but they don't even care about the kids. If women really cared about the kids, they would be going to courts, to family court, and telling the judge, let's go 50-50 custody. But usually they ask judges to give them full custody so that they can get more child support from the man. If women really cared about the kids, I mean, women are for the kids, right? They would go to family court and ask the judge, hey, judge, I really care about my kids. I really understand how important fathers are in kids' lives. So I would love to get the kids 50% of the time, Monday to Wednesday, and then the father can get them Thursday to Saturday. All right, judge, I don't need too much money from him. I just want him to have the kids at least half the time so that he can spend time with the kids, you know, because fathers are very important. But do most women do that? No, most women go to the judge. Oh, he's abusive. He's controlling. My kids don't want him. My kids feed him. I want to have all the kids to myself, but he needs to pay us child support. That's what most women go to the judges to say, right?
However, your solution, Dalen, is, oh well, let's still help out the mothers who aren't with men, who are not with men, but out here working and struggling, having a hard time. Let's make them feel a little bit better. But what Aaliyah is saying is that if your mindset's already aligned with being with a man, then you will move, and you're going to find yourself in a relationship. You're going to find yourself in a relationship.
I do believe, but how would you find yourself in that relationship with someone is interested in? I never said we're helping out the mothers. I asked all that question. Are you thinking we should not?
By helping her kids, you helping her mother.
It's not about doing the mother a favor. It's about giving the kids a fucking chance.
Fuck them kids.
The kids can have a chance if they father is in the household.
Mother's responsibility.
You gonna tell me to help another nigga kid?
The kids can have a chance if their father was at home. The kids can have a chance if their mother is not daddy. Selfish.
To give a point from the middle.
Bitter.
Where his daddy at? Call his daddy.
Diana, go ahead.
That little nigga daddy.
Yo, from the middle in between the two arguments. What if his family members is
Darlene, shut up. Let the other person talk.
Oh my God.
You better call his daddy. That's all I gotta say. Because I ain't got time for this shit.
That's it.
Hey, we just need to call Kendrick.
I already got too many mouths to feed.
Just save y'all. Just save all the kids. Kendrick will save all the kids.
No. But seriously, in all seriousness, the only way you can solve this problem is by removing women's rights and taking them back to 1940. And that's it.
That ain't never happened.
That's the only way you can do it is by taking them back to 1940. If we can't remove their ability to self-inflict harm, then this shit ain't gonna never work.
Voting. That's right.
We wasting our time and we going in circles because we can't stop women from sleeping with who they want to sleep with. We can't stop them from saying my body, my choice. We can't stop them from having an egregious amount of children.
That's what I was saying.
Let me ask you a serious question.
Why?
He's right, because no matter how many men decide to be stepfathers, no matter how many men decide to step up to help the kids, to help the single moms, as long as we don't hold the single moms responsible, more women are going to become single moms. It's going to be, that's why it's happening right now. Because there are so many programs that help single moms. There's so many programs that help kids that come from single parent households. But the reason is there's still the cycle going on and more women are still having kids without being married is because they've never been held accountable. That's why I suggested at the beginning of this video, if you guys are watching, I said, if this shit is to change, the government needs to put a tax on both the men and the women who decide to have kids when they're not married. If you have a baby and you're not married, you're going to pay tax every single year for 18 years for that kid, so that government doesn't have to hustle, so that other people are not, taxed being to take care of the kids. Because remember, if a woman and a man have a baby, and they can't take care of that baby, you who's paying tax who's going to take care of the baby, right? So the people who have kids and they're not married, they should pay tax, more tax actually.
White liberal women are the ones that got Mom Donnie over there in New York. They got Kirsten or whatever her name, Kristen Wilson over there in Seattle. You can't stop these hoes from doing what they want to do. You can't stop a hoe. You're right. I agree with you. They respectable women, but you can't stop them. So unless y'all willing to surrender your rights, then fuck them kids. Now, if it becomes our responsibility and our responsibility solely because we got all of the power, then I'll take ultimate responsibility as a culture. But as long as y'all can do what y'all want to do, then y'all got to reap the rewards and the benefits for how it is that y'all put yourself in this position in the first place. Don't say your body, your choice, but his responsibility to fix this little motherfucker that I just had. That's your responsibility. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Fuck that little nigga.
I agree. If you make the baby, that's your responsibility. It shouldn't be another man's responsibility. And this is what I was saying. We only hear about men becoming real men and becoming stepfathers. Where are the women who want to be stepmothers? We never hear that side of the story, right? Because there's plenty of men who have custody of their kids. There's plenty of single fathers taking care of their kids. I've never heard women championing other women to become stepmothers. We never hear about that side of the story. We only hear about men should step up. A real man should step up. A real man should be kind to another man's kids. A real man should take care of another man's kids. That's the narrative we hear. We never hear the other side of the story.
Cold.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Yo, Mark, you can't go for that shit.
That ain't love it. I love the kids.
No. I know what Kendrick's thing is. Kendrick got we all got our own way.
He got a cape on.
He wasn't wrong.
Now. He gets to his a little different than we do. He
has a heart.
All right, and in the end of the video, but shout out to Anton Daniels. This was a good panel. This was a good topic, good discussion. I know some of you guys don't agree.